Confidence or just dense? She was an intense person, although she didn't see why people quantified her in that way. Having a heartbeat meant one was alive. Negotiating through life with as much effort as one had, wasn't that just the way it was done, with intensity? Having an orgasm is intense too, she once noted to an almost boyfriend, commenting on what he interpreted as her extremes. But there's no other way to have one, is there? And she lit a cigarette, regarding him coolly before he looked away. She always won.
Behind the wheel politics. A profusion of illusion. A mountain of whimsy. A mess of enmeshment. A glut of thin air. A snow job of proportion starts an avalanche of distortions. And a fusion of bamboozle and scads of flim-flam. A profusion of illusion, diffusion of dupery, whose dissipation of smoke in the end will provoke a fluency of either, calming the believer with a heap of hoodwinking, a spate of self-deception. A profusion of illusion, pecks of befooling, bushels of conning, acres of make-believe make the harvest of seeming a surplus of dreaming. Bounty of fantasy, bumper crop of airy nothings, a profusion of illusion.
Whiteout 101. Peering out the windshield, thin orange poles mark the cliffs. Where does snow come from? Clouds. Got to get there. This year I'll sit at the table with my son. Pass some potatoes and cranberry sauce. Why does it fall? Snow's heavy. Falls down. Sliding sideways. Follow the track. Watch it. I taught snow and avalanche rescue, both child's play. But this? Where does snow come from? Shh, why do you keep asking? White whirls about. Our hood's car momentarily disappears. Slow. I want to know everything about snow. I gear down. Everything? Yes, everything. I smile. Like you, snowflakes start from a tiny seed.
Raining hard. Lucky they finished 101 over the hill. Most still going 65, but a black VW halfback is weaving from lane to lane doing 80, but making headway. Must have wanted to catch that CHP officer who was cruising in the HQ lane. I didn't catch him nor hit anything as I continued on to Sir Francis Drake Boulevard, wondering if calling 911 was a violation in itself. Two lessons learned. California's slow, going up and down grades under all conditions. Never a cop when you need one.
Love at first honk. People say you can tell a lot about a person by the car they drive. I bet the gal in front of me likes surfing and landscaping. Jenny's Edible Gardens. Cool. If she takes the Stinson exit, she's headed for the beach. Blinker on. Oops, brake light out. How can I tell her? Honk if you're single. Huh, that's brave. I'll pull up next to her, honk and point to her rear. Honk, honk. She laughs. Brake light, I bellow. Gosh, she's beautiful. Suddenly a sign with a phone number. Wow, I'll call her. Darn, the exit. 388-5342? 386-5432? 388-5234?
Caught once again in the 101 commute. Ah, but I don't mind. I've planned for this time. I'm practicing Kegels, warming up, you might say, for an evening with my lover. Performing each contraction intentionally, relaxing, tightening, faster, slower, visualizing my lover and me at the zenith of passion, our bodies moving together in a timeless symphony all our own. Love, joy, and ever-heightening pleasure. Join mind, body, spirit as one in pure ecstasy, holding each other close, yet reaching beyond, ultimately surrendering to the unity and enchanting wonder of our euphoric yet mystical landing amid the moon and stars.
A day in the life. Jillian wept. She stood stock still and wept. What a day, full of pits and falls. She had lost her $49,000 diamond ring. It was all she had that was extra, and it was meant for her grandson. She felt ill. It was probably lost in garbage she had hauled from her mother's house after she had fallen that morning and couldn't manage. Garbage and ring were both gone. As Jillian started to walk again, her grandson came running towards her, arms wide open, eyes sparkling. She bent down, her own arms stretched wide. Then she stood, stock still, and laughed.